Hey guys, this is Haley from OneOneRabbits.com, and today I'm making a video on how to keep your rabbits cool and also how to keep your rabbits warm. Since it's summer and rabbits don't actually get cold very easily, I am going to start off with tips on how to keep your rabbit cool. So first of all, all this information that I'm going to be telling you, I got from BinkyBunny.com. Just go to BinkyBunny.com, and on the top there'll be a thing called Bunny Info. Let's see if my camera will show you. So it says Bunny Info, and then it has a whole bunch of cooling tips on here. Your rabbit is more at risk for heat stroke if it is 80 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. That is very dangerous temperature for your rabbit to be at. Also, they are at a higher risk if it is high humidity outside, or if they are babies or older bunnies are more at risk. Lop-eared and long-haired rabbits are also more at risk, and so are overweight and sick bunnies. So overall, all rabbits are very prone to heat stroke, so I'm going to give you a few tips on how to help them not get it. So the first tip I wanted to give you is set your air conditioning at 75 degrees or below, as 75 degrees is already pushing it to be too hot for rabbits. Mocha starts panting even if it's only 60 degrees out and he's running around. So I know it is very expensive to keep your air conditioning so low, so I'm going to give you a few other tips to help keep your rabbit cool. So first way to keep them cool is a damp sheet, pillowcase, or I just have a really thin blanket right here, and I have it damp with cold water. Of course, it's not like dripping wet, it's just damp. And then what you do is you have a fan and make sure that it's blowing on the sheet, and it helps cool them off. So I'm going to turn on the fan real quick. I'm not going to keep it on while I'm doing this video because I dropped it, and so now it makes a really funny noise, so it's kind of annoying. So just have your fan pointing at the sheet to help. It helps circulate the air, and when it goes to the sheet, it makes it colder. Make sure that when you have a fan on, that there are areas in the rabbit's cage that they can get away from the breeze. Then throughout the day, you can just take a spray bottle with water in it and spray the sheet so that it stays nice and cool. So next tip to help keep them cool is an ice block or a frozen water bottle. So right here I just have an ice block that you can put into the cooler. Make sure it's the hard kind that has hard edges, not like the plastic bag kind that they could chew open and get the bad chemicals that are in there. So you can also use water bottles and freeze them, and you just fill it up with water about 2 inches from the top, and you stick them in the freezer until they're frozen, and then you can put them in your bunny's cage. I normally lay them down so that they can lay next to them and have their body against the water bottle. You can also use like 2-liter bottles, which are bigger. They'll probably stay frozen longer. Some rabbits like more cuddly versions of water bottles. So you can put a sock over the top of your frozen water bottle so that it will still be cold, but it's not like the hard plastic against them. You can also just take a towel and wrap it around the water bottle. It helps keep them frozen longer as well. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is ceramic tiles. These help a lot, especially when it's really hot out. They always stay cold, so the rabbits can lay on them and have a nice cold surface to lay on. And another trick you can do is put one in the freezer for 5 to 10 minutes, and then it's really cold. I put that one in the freezer a little bit ago. I'm gonna see if it's still cold. Yeah, it's still pretty cold, and that was a while ago. I took it out of the freezer, so you can just, like, if you have more than one ceramic tile, you can just rotate them, putting one in the freezer and taking one out. You can get these for really cheap at like Home Depot or other home improvement stores. So another tip to keep your rabbit cool is to damp their ears with cool water. Rabbits control their body heat by their ears, so if they're really hot, they send like some of their heat into their ears so that it cools off the rest of their body. So you can feel your, I'll wait till she's done scratching. So you can feel your rabbit's ears to see how warm it is. Like right now, Lulu's ears are not that warm. They're just normal. So she's probably not that hot. Another tip is to put ice cubes in your rabbit's water. I only have one in there right now because I put like 3 in before I started this video, but they already melted. This helps to keep your rabbit's water nice and cold so that it'll make them want to drink. If you have warm water on a hot day, they're not going to want to drink it. Make sure you always have fresh water, especially on hot days, so that they drink more often. Hey, buddy! So you want to keep your rabbit very hydrated when it's hot. So make sure you offer fresh vegetables that are nice and wet with water. As you can see, these ones are dripping all over. So when they eat the veggies, they will get some water into them so they don't get dehydrated. So that's pretty much it for keeping your rabbit cool. This was a perfect day to do this since it's extremely hot outside, so I could actually show you how to do everything. But now I'm going to move on to how to keep your rabbit warm. This goes for like in the winter. So first, I just wanted to let you know, if your rabbit is inside, most likely it will not get cold. If you were living there and if you're living in the house and you're just fine, the rabbit's not going to be cold. They love cool weather, and like 60s is like their favorite. So in the winter, if you don't put your heat on a lot and it's about like 60 degrees, that's like perfect. In the winter, I always close my register so that the heat doesn't actually come in my room, and it stays perfectly warm enough in here for them. So you don't ever really have to worry about rabbits getting cold when they live inside. The only thing you want to be aware of is make sure they're not in any drafts, like from a window or anything. So make sure that if their cage is located by a window, you put like a blanket over it so that the draft doesn't go into their cage. But yeah, so a lot of people, well, some people who watch my videos do have rabbits outside. I'm strongly believe in rabbits being housed indoors, but I do know that some people's parents will not allow them to be inside. So first of all, I'm just going to say, if you can house your rabbit inside, please do so. It will increase like their happiness so much. They love to be around people and they will love it. Doesn't mean your rabbit can't still go outside, but as long as they're housed indoor, it's way more safe. But for those of you who have rabbits and your parents won't allow them to come inside and it is winter out, I suggest that either you put their hutch next to like your house so that the house kind of blocks all the cold wind, or put them in your garage or shed in the winter so that the cold air doesn't get in. I've also heard of people like buying heaters to go by their rabbits' cages. Just make sure it doesn't get too hot, since rabbits are really prone to heat stroke more than like getting cold. So another tip for in the winter, you can offer like blankets for them to lay on, so that they're nice and snuggly. Hey Lulu, what you doing? So, but when it's hot out, I always take all the blankets out. Like, I have one blanket up on their shelf so that their paws don't go through the wire, but otherwise I took all my other blankets out of their cage so they don't get hot. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful or helpful. Please check out binkybunny.com and go to their bunny info and then to cooling tips. They have so much information on there. It's so good. I look at it all the time. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.